Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including first Cybertruck production, $25,000 Tesla production updates, new Tesla software updates, Tesla AI Day, and much more, so let's get into it. First up today, Tesla is pushing out a new software update that adds a slew of great features to all Teslas. First is Disney Plus. According to the release notes, quote, "You can now watch Disney Plus in the Tesla Theater app. To launch Tesla Theater, tap the entertainment icon in the application launcher and select the Theater tab while your car is in park." I personally hope that the Disney Plus integration is a lot faster than Netflix, but we will see. Car wash mode is the next new feature, and this closes the windows, locks the charge port, disables windshield wipers, disables Sentry mode, along with walk-away door locks and parking sensor chimes. There's also a free roll option that shifts into neutral for automatic car washes. Then there is side mirror auto dim. For Teslas with auto dimming side mirrors, which is most of them, there's now an option to enable or disable this dimming in mirror settings. I personally always thought that this was just a dimming film and had no idea it could be digitally controlled. Apparently it can be, and Tesla is just now enabling this feature after a long time. Dashcam improvements will save clips whenever there is a safety event so that you don't have to think about it in the event of an accident. The range display can be easily toggled between distance and percentage. There's new support for using Wi-Fi hotspots while driving, as well as 3 added languages. Some look at these software updates as your car being delivered without enabled features, which could technically be the case. However, all of these take development from any company, and I'm glad that Tesla has the ability to continually bring the latest features to all of their cars, as opposed to simply the next model year. I haven't received the update yet, but most should be expecting it within the next week or so. Next up, Elon Musk officially announced a date for Tesla AI Day taking place on August 19th. As far as what the day will actually be for, we're expecting some updates on full self-driving progress. The FSD Beta 9 is now out, and Elon talked on the Tesla earnings call about how the true value of the FSD package will really be seen when this is available to the general public. Elon talked about the purpose for this event, saying, quote, "Convincing the best AI talent to join Tesla is the sole goal." Tesla's self-driving approach is using AI and neural network training of millions of miles of data to get to full autonomy. So they will be talking about self-driving AI and their new neural network computer called Dojo. Quote, "Dojo is designed for neural net training, no emulation needed." When asked if they will reveal details about this computer, Elon said a lot. So that's exciting to hear, and when he expanded on the tie-ins between self-driving and AI, he said, quote, "Self-driving requires solving a major part of real-world AI, so it's an insanely hard problem, but Tesla is getting it done. AI Day will be great." Now, Battery Day was already over many people's heads, and AI Day will certainly be as well, likely on another level. What I'm most curious to see is, in the midst of all this AI talk, is Elon still completely confident in their robotaxi plans but just delayed, or will he give another aggressive timeline like he has in the past? They are making real progress, but all of it is slower than Elon has expected, frustrating many customers who bought the full self-driving package expecting more functionality. In any case, the event is coming up on August 19th, and again, don't expect it to be super exciting on the surface. Next up, let's talk about the Cybertruck, arguably Tesla's most exciting upcoming product. The Cybertruck was announced back at the end of 2019 with a delivery estimate of late 2021. At Tesla's earnings call last week, Tesla gave some updated timelines for the Cybertruck, essentially confirming that it will be delayed. They never specifically called it a delay or confirmed 2022 production, but said that it will be coming after the Model Y in Texas, which has yet to begin true production. At the earnings call, Tesla detailed that they are currently in the alpha stages for the Cybertruck. Tesla's vice president of vehicle engineering said, quote, "Cybertruck is at a stage where we finished basic engineering of the architecture of the vehicle. With the Cybertruck, we are redefining how a vehicle is being made. As Elon said, it carries much of the structural pack and large casting design of the Model Y being built in Berlin and Austin. Obviously, those take priority over the Cybertruck, but we are moving into the beta phases of Cybertruck later this year, and we will be looking to ramp up production at Giga Texas after Model Y is up and running." On the earnings report, Tesla said, quote, "We are also making progress on the industrialization of Cybertruck, which is currently planned for Austin production subsequent to Model Y." There are many new and innovative things about the Cybertruck, all the way down to the raw materials and production of it, so Tesla was clear about this taking some time. Still, the Cybertruck production line says in development as opposed to construction, so it's pretty clear that customer deliveries won't be taking place this year, even though Elon thinks it will be their best product. However, there have been some recent developments in Cybertruck development. Some photos were shared online claiming to be Cybertruck bodies in wrapping arriving at Giga Texas. At first I was skeptical, but then Sawyer Merritt, who has been a very reliable source, said there are indeed Cybertruck bodies currently at Giga Texas. They are starting to calibrate and need bodies to do it. Here are the photos from Giga Texas spotted by @PeterDog15. Now scale could be a little bit off here, but there are multiple points that make this look like the Cybertruck. First, the triangular point in the middle looks exactly like the triangular top of the Cybertruck. It looks like multiple body pieces are stacked here for packaging, and these likely don't have any glass installed, meaning that we wouldn't see complete body shapes under this wrapping. Right here on the right side, we can zoom in and see a rounded off shape that looks a lot like the hood of the Cybertruck with the glass missing behind it. Then the back of these look to possibly be the trunk or tailgate. A while ago, we had heard rumors of Tesla starting trial beta production of Cybertruck bodies at their Fremont factory. These could very well be bodies initially made at Fremont, shipped to Texas for calibration, as Sawyer Merritt said, and ready to be unwrapped. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more photos of these bodies themselves soon. While these photos are hard to make out and guarantee, it's exciting that there are possibly multiple Cybertruck bodies at the Texas factory. While Tesla has never backed down on how real the Cybertruck is, when we're approaching 2 years and one single prototype, it's a little concerning for mass production. And that's why this is so exciting. Hopefully within the next few days or weeks, we might see a few prototypes lined up at the factory. Regardless of what this means for production or production line development, it will be exciting to see more than one Cybertruck in existence. Long term, Tesla will be making over 1 million, and that will be very exciting. One big requirement for the Cybertruck will be 4680 battery cells. While Tesla detailed a backup plan for the Model Y using current 2170 cells out of Texas, it doesn't appear that they could do the same with the Cybertruck. The cost would be too high, and it likely wouldn't achieve its promised specs. The Cybertruck is touting a 500+ mile range at just $70,000, so it really needs a battery cost breakthrough to achieve that on such a large and heavy vehicle. When detailing the Cybertruck on the earnings call and talking about necessary volume production, Elon said, quote, "We can make a small number of vehicles, but the effective cost, if you make a small number of vehicles, is insane. They would literally cost $1 million a piece or more." So volume production of the Cybertruck is what will make it possible, along with 4680 battery cells. The timeline on those is a little less clear. On Tesla's earnings call report, they said, quote, "We have successfully validated performance and lifetime of our 4680 cells produced at our Cato facility in California. We are nearing the end of manufacturing validation at Cato. Field quality and yield are at viable levels, and our focus is now on improving the 10% of manufacturing processes that currently bottleneck production output. While substantial progress has been made, we still have work ahead of us before we can achieve volume production. Internal crash testing of our structural pack architecture with a single piece front casting has been successful. As we can see, 4680 cells are not ready yet, and still have not reached volume production. Again, this is necessary for the Cybertruck if they don't want them to cost $1 million each, as Elon said. It appears that at this current stage, there are essentially 2 pieces to figure out for the Cybertruck, and both are far along in development. 1, they are getting ready to calibrate multiple Cybertruck bodies, and 2, they are finalizing the battery cells that will actually power these trucks. Both have unpredictable timelines, leading us to believe that 2021 is a long shot, but 2022 is looking pretty good for this truck. If Tesla is fine with shipping a yoke exclusively on the new Model S, you can bet that the Cybertruck will come to production for real. Once we see those initial prototypes at Giga Texas, they should be the first that we see without door handles. Quote, "Car recognizes you and opens door." As well as 4-wheel steering if we ever get a chance to see that before production begins. I'm super excited about the Cybertruck, and it's still crazy that Tesla plans to truly make this thing. Sometime next year, we should hopefully be seeing these on the road. As crazy as the design is, it came with a lot of classic inspiration, and Tesla actually detailed that in a new Cybertruck patent. This new Cybertruck patent lists 7 different inspirations. This one is from 1979 with a very similar angular side view. Here's another from 1990 with a similar side view and front end, just with a 2-door coupe. Here's a truck concept from the 1980s, and then a few photos of aerodynamic truck bed covers as well. All of these photos make you go, oh man, that looks exactly like the Cybertruck, so it makes a lot of sense that these are referenced on the patent. The big difference here is that, barring some significant issues, Tesla will be selling way more of these than any of these patents they referenced. Next up, a small rumor about Tesla's upcoming $25,000 EV. Tesla's $25,000 car was confirmed by Elon Musk at Battery Day, and it's a very exciting future product that Tesla has even somewhat confirmed on earnings reports. For production capacities, they list future product under TBD, FSD and in development. Interestingly, the Semi and Cybertruck, both seeing some real developments, say the same thing, leading some to wonder if this $25,000 EV is closer than expected. Well, according to Ray for Tesla, getting his information from a previously reliable source, said, quote, "The elusive, cheaper, compact model whatever may come sooner than you think. The prototype is said to have been completed and most component suppliers have been lined up. Trial production has been planned for the end of 2021. If this is true, it's huge news for Tesla and something that most are kind of ignoring because it's assumed to be so far off. This also isn't the first time we've heard about this car coming sooner than expected. Quote, according to the Tesla Gigafactory construction project documents exposed on the internet, Tesla's new domestic models will be directly produced in the Shanghai Gigafactory. The positioning and selling price will be lower than its Model 3, and the price of the new car is expected to remain unchanged between 160,000 and 200,000 RMB. Mass production and delivery may be as early as 2022. If you do a conversion there, it comes in right around $25,000, so it's definitely this car that they are talking about. Tesla is expected to make this EV over in China as they continue to expand their factory there, and we may be hearing more about it soon. A surprise unveiled this year with trial production coming this year would be huge for Tesla. The real question will be what they do for batteries, since Tesla has standards for ranges, but also doesn't want to ruin their entire current lineup by making this thing too cheap. Their cars have continued raising prices, and this car aims to lower them, and they are waiting on 4680 battery cells for the updated Model Y and Cybertruck out of Giga Texas. Seemingly to hit $25,000, they'll need those cells as well, so there will be a lot to see from Tesla in the coming months for production on their vehicles. If Tesla's able to bring this out soon, though, it will be a huge disruption in the car industry. Next up today, the Model S has been significantly delayed again. The refreshed model was announced back in January, supposed to come in February, and finally launched with the Plaid model in June. They delivered less than 2,000 of them before the quarter ended, assuming that their delivery numbers only account for the new model, and they have still been slow. Customers have been waiting for months on this car, and we still haven't seen any Model S's delivered with the standard 19-inch wheels. Instead, every delivery has been with the 21-inch wheels, even with long-range models. Last week it was reported that there was about a week-long hold on the Model S. The hold ended and no word was given as to why this occurred. Still, Tesla's lots are full of built Model S's, so something is going on. Tesla is not communicating to anyone, which is definitely getting frustrating. When you order an $80,000 to $130,000 car, it's pretty frustrating to not know when you will get that car at all, and many order holders have been complaining. Now, if you go to order a Model S on Tesla's website, the Plaid model gets an estimate of September to October. That's not too delayed and likely sooner than long range since it's the more expensive model from Tesla. It makes Tesla more money per sale, so they want to sell those, and it's likely less popular due to its large price. The long-range Model S, on the other hand, now shows a delivery date of February to March. This is the furthest out we've seen delivery estimates for the Model Y. There is more than a 6-month wait to receive a new Model S according to Tesla, and it's definitely raising some questions. The Model X also has a February to March estimate, but that has been there for a while. The Model 3 and Y are selling like crazy, with delivery estimates now pushed all the way to December. So could that simply be what's going on with the Model S? It's definitely possible that Tesla has such a backlog of orders that they can only promise new orders for early next year. But with the hold last week, no deliveries of standard wheels yet, and hundreds parked near Tesla's factory, it does seem like there may be a production issue that they are working through. I'll be sure to keep you posted, but I really hope that they can get this thing going quickly. I just rented a Plaid Model S for 2 full days, and it's an incredible vehicle that I think will sell incredibly well. Both the Plaid and Long Range share the same interior, and it's just so much fun to drive. More videos on that to come soon, so make sure you subscribe to see those when they come out. Next up, Tesla has agreed to pay $1.5 million to settle claims that an over-the-air software update ended up reducing the maximum voltage on over 1,700 Model S's. This issue was temporary, and these owners will be receiving $625 each as a result. The official settlement documents say that this $625 is, quote, many times the prorated value of the temporary reduced maximum voltage. Basically, Tesla rolled out a battery safety update after a Model S fire in 2019. At the time, Tesla said, quote, as we continue our investigation of the root cause of the Model S fire, out of an abundance of caution, we are revising charge and thermal management settings on Model S and Model X vehicles via an over-the-air software update that will begin rolling out today to help further protect the battery and improve battery longevity. This update ended up reducing the max voltage that some Model S's could charge and seemingly top range as well. Owners complained that Tesla had throttled their cars. In March of 2020, Tesla brought out a new update that restored the batteries to their original original voltage, so this truly was a temporary issue that owners are being back paid for. Regardless of what your thoughts are on this matter, I think it's good to show that if Tesla were to do something crazy, like throttle cars in the future to incentivize buying a new one, there would be a lawsuit, and they wouldn't simply get away with it. This is a big fear for many people buying a Tesla. If it needs software updates and will get them for the rest of my car's life, how do I know that Tesla isn't just making my car worse? Well, here they did that out of an abundance of caution for a short period of time, and they are now paying owners $625 after all is said and done. From what we've seen so far, it looks like Tesla software updates truly only make your car better, like the new one coming to owners soon that I talked about at the beginning of this video. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see all of the exciting EV hypercar competition coming for the Roadster, you can check out that video linked over here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.